일본에서 30번째 노벨상 수상자가 나왔습니다. 지난 6일 생리의학 분야에 이어서 어제 화학상 분야에서도 일본인 학자가 노벨상을 수상한 건데요. 일본은 10년 만에 한 해 2명이 노벨상을 받게 됐습니다. 김기수 기자의 보도입니다.
The 2025 Nobel Prize in Chemistry to Susumu Kitagawa.
스웨덴 왕립과학원 노벨위원회는 일본의 기타가와 스스무 교토대 특별교수를 노벨 화학상 수상자로 선정했습니다.
I am deeply honored and delighted that my long-standing research has been recognized.
리처드 롭슨 호주 멜버른대 교수, 오마르 야기 미국 UC 버클리대 교수와 공동 수상입니다. 이들은 금속 유기 골격체 MOF라는 새로운 분자 구조를 만든 공로를 인정받았습니다. 새로운 도전을 한다는 것이야말로 과학자가 된다는 진정한 의미라고 밝힌 기타가와 교수는 노벨위원회의 전화를 스팸 전화로 오해했었다고 말하기도 했습니다.
最近ですね、なんか勧誘の変な電話がよくかかってくるんですよ。で、私はまたかと思ってですね、ちょっと不機嫌に取ったら、スウェーディッシュアカデミーの選考委員会の委員長というのを名乗られたんで、ちょっとびっくりしました。
기타가와 교수의 노벨 화학상 수상으로 일본은 올해 과학 분야에서만 2명째 수상자를 배출했습니다. 지난 6일엔 사카구치 시몬 오사카대 석좌 교수가 노벨 생리의학상 공동 수상자로 선정됐습니다. 이로써 일본에선 10년 만에 한 해에 2명이 노벨상을 수상하는 쾌거를 이뤄냈습니다. 외국 국적 취득자 4명을 포함해 일본인 개인이 노벨상을 받는 것은 30번째이고 단체로는 지난해 평화상을 수상한 히단쿄 한 곳이 있습니다. 생리의학상과 물리학상, 화학상 수상자가 발표된 가운데 올해 노벨상 일정은 오늘 문학상, 내일 평화상, 그리고 13일엔 경제학상이 남아 있습니다. KBS 뉴스 김기수입니다.
올해 노벨 화학상은 일본 학자 기타가와 스스무를 포함한 3명에게 돌아갔습니다. 스웨덴 왕립과학원 노벨위원회는 2025년 노벨 화학상을 금속 유기 골격체 개발 공로로 기타가와 스스무 일본 교토대 교수와 리처드 롭슨 호주 멜버른대 교수, 오마르 야기 미국 UC 버클리대 교수 등 3명에게 수여하기로 결정했습니다. 기타가와 교수의 수상 발표로 일본은 노벨 화학상에서만 9번째, 전체 노벨상에서는 31번째 수상자가 나오게 됐습니다.
This is an immensely serious problem. This is going to cripple science, and it is going to be disastrous. I was sitting there just feeling completely stunned. It had never occurred to me in my entire life that anything like this would ever happen. I think you wouldn't have an iPhone today, and you certainly wouldn't have anything that looks like a quantum computer today, unless you had this discovery, because that enabled you to make things that originally we thought of, if you go back something like 100 years, that's when, first of all, quantum mechanics was invented. And quantum mechanics for decades was clearly really the subject of atoms. And the fact that our discovery enabled this to be applicable to something that you can consider to be, a giant atom, a gigantic atom, and that's what made all this other technology possible. This is an immensely serious problem, and I certainly know personally people who've lost most of their funding, and this will cripple much of the United States science research unless they reverse this procedure. And for example, it's not just physics. For example, the NIH, National Institutes of Health, have taken enormous hits in their funding for reasons that are entirely beyond any understanding that any of us have. But this is going to cripple science, and it is going to be disastrous. And if this continues, assuming that the present administration finally comes to an end, it may take a decade to get back to where we were, say, half a year ago. We would never have got this prize if they hadn't.
Thank you very much, Pete. Great job you're doing, too. Fantastic job. I've never walked into a room so silent before. This is very... Oh, don't laugh. Don't laugh. You're not allowed to do that. You know what? Just have a good time. And if you want to applaud, you applaud. And if you want to do anything you want, you can do anything you want. And if you don't like what I'm saying, you can leave the room. Of course, there goes your rank. There goes your future. But you just feel nice and loose, okay? Because we're all on the same team. And I was told that, sir, you won't hear a murmur in the room. I said, we got to loosen these guys up a little bit. So you just have a good time. But I want to thank Secretary Hegseth. There could be no higher honor than to serve as your commander-in-chief. It is a great honor. I look at you, you're just incredible people. Central casting, I might add. To each and every one of you, I thank you for your unwavering devotion to the armed forces and to the country that we've all sworn a sacred oath to defend. We all have that oath, every one of us. I'm thrilled to be here this morning to address the senior leadership of what is once again known around the world as the Department of War. I know Pete spoke about it. He gave a great speech, I thought. Together we're reawakening the warrior spirit, and this is a spirit that won and built this nation, and from the cavalry that tamed the Great Plains to the ferocious, unyielding power of Patton Bradley and the great General Douglas MacArthur. These are all great men. In this effort, we're a team, and so my message to you is very simple. I am with you, I support you, and as president, I have your backs 100%. You'll never see me even waver a little bit. It's the way it is. And that includes our great police officers and firemen and all of these people that are doing so well. Together over the next few years, we're going to make our military stronger, tougher, faster, fiercer, and more powerful than it has ever been before. I rebuilt our nuclear, as you probably know, but we'll upgrade that also and just hope we never have to use it. We have to hope we never have to use it. So if this works out, we'll have 8 in 8 months. That's pretty good. Nobody's ever done that. Will you get the Nobel Prize? Absolutely not. They'll give it to some guy that didn't do a damn thing. They'll give it to a guy that wrote a book about the mind of Donald Trump and what it took to solve the wars. And he'll get the Nobel Prize will go to a writer. No, but well, let's see what happens. But it's be a big insult to our country. I will tell you that. I don't want it. I want the country to get it. It should get it because there's never been anything like it. Think of it. So if this happens, I think it will. I don't say that lightly because I know more about deals than anybody. This is what my whole life was based on. The apparatus of our country was not set up for merit. It was set up for political correctness. And you can never be great if you're going to do that. And we're going to be greater than we ever were before. We're bringing back a focus on fitness, ability, character, and strength. And that's because the purposes of American military is not to protect anyone's feelings. It's to protect our republic, and it's the republic that we dearly love. It's to protect our country. We will not be politically correct when it comes to defending American freedom, and we will be a fighting and winning machine. We want to fight. We want to win.